Well, story of bad luck right here. A couple closed on their dream home in Ocean Township last month, only to have two cars plow through the house in the following week. Separate incidents. That prompted News 12's Brian Donahue to take a look at the seemingly strange phenomenon that happens with shocking frequency in our state.
Driving New Jersey's roads can be crazy difficult, even downright treacherous. They're the most congested in the country. You have to watch out for tailgaters, speeders, people doing the Jersey slide, even deer. Of all my years driving, I have found one thing to be the easiest task of all, however, not hitting a building. Yet what is amazing is how often you see things like this. Last week in Bridgewater, the driver of a RAV4 escaped injury after he drove into this house. February 6th, a terrible tragedy in Washington Township. An alleged drunk driver sends his pickup truck airborne into the second story of a house, killing his friend in the passenger seat. January 15th, in Toms River, a man drove across multiple yards and slammed into this house. Based on a search of news sites, it seems like about once a week someone in New Jersey drives into a house. There's no separate category of statistics on this, so it's hard to know if New Jersey is somehow the car versus house capital of the nation. I suspect we might be. It's also hard to tell if we're seeing more of this than in the past. But New Jersey did see a major spike in pedestrian deaths and traffic fatalities last year. And across the U.S., the pandemic is blamed for a spike in every category of reckless driving, accidents, and deaths. But it doesn't get more bizarre than the story of Tim and Jen Hussar.
So this guy missed everything else to hit in his way, straight here.
The day after they closed on their first home here in Ocean Township, a 25-year-old man driving four friends drove straight through the house and into Deal Lake. No one was hurt somehow. The couple hadn't moved in yet. A week later, another driver in a stolen car hit the house again from the opposite direction.
I mean, I didn't believe it. I had to keep looking at the date because I just saw the voice. I saw a missed call and I was like, no. I had to keep looking at the date and I was like, but this is today? This is right now?
This is not a house where when you pull up, it looks like it's situated in any way that makes it look vulnerable to having this happen even once, and it never happened before. So this first car was coming down Wiccapeco Drive, missed this turn, goes up this curb, over this hump, through the sign, down another curb, across the street, across the yard, through the house, and into the backyard. Incredibly, there were no injuries in either crash, except for the damage done to the Hussars' dreams of moving into their first home with their young son.
It's like every day is a bit of a stressful thing. Find yourself staring off into the distance, like, you know, when you're supposed to be paying attention to your son.
Now they're too freaked out to move in. They're not sure what they'll do next.
Everyone's like, oh, wait, thank God you weren't there. And it's like, yes, thank God we weren't there, but we're supposed to be here. And that's that's like where I can't grasp it. So.
A dilemma that is strangely, bizarrely, sadly, positively New Jersey.
The Hussars do have insurance. They're working with adjusters, but if you've got experience doing that, you know how long that process can be.